Ancient Egyptians are not the first human settlement in history, and neither are the Sumerians, so how far can we trace back our heritage? Maybe there's a reason you can't stop thinking about the Roman Empire. Let's see if we could find out where you came from. So around 12,000 years ago, the world experienced something called the Agricultural Revolution, which basically just means humans started to learn how to farm their own food, like corn and rice, and even raise animals like cows and chickens on a mass scale. This revolution spread throughout the world, or in some cases appeared in other parts of the world completely independently, or so they say. What's so special about this is that it pretty much became the birth of civilization. Independent tribes of humans no longer had to hunt or forage for food at random anymore, but they could now control how much food they produce, delegate the work of farming to a smaller portion of the population, and focus on other things, like math, science, law, governing, record-keeping, art, the very seeds of civilization, and what makes us human. This is the migration path of humans throughout the years, forming pockets of the earliest civilizations along the way. So today, I've partnered up with MyHeritage so that you can figure out which of these ancient empires you might be a descendant of. Here, I got one of their testing kits, and I'm just gonna open it up, crack that lid off, and we done. And right now, you can head to myheritage.com/TikTok to get this kit, which is normally $89 for their lowest price yet. On top of that, use my code PhilsPixel to get free shipping, and this is an absolute steal. Now, while we wait for the results, let's go over some of the most major early civilizations of the world, where they came from, and what they achieved in their lifetime. No, this is by no means a complete list. That would take forever. First up, we got ancient Mesopotamia in 4000 BC, which is actually just a historical region and gave rise to the Sumerians. Commonly regarded as the cradle of civilization, the first one to ever exist, and have been credited for the invention of the wheel. Then we got the ancient Egyptians, close neighbors to Mesopotamia, but worth noting as they are one of the longest ruling ancient empires in history, starting around 3000 BC. And obviously we all know the incredible pyramids and monuments that these guys built. Then it's the Indus Valley civilization around 3300 BC, whose notable achievements include developing the first written weight and measurement system. Now, in a surprising twist, on the other side of the world, we have the Mesoamerican empires rising, which include the Mayans, which are estimated to go back to 2000 BC, but it could be more. They were incredible astronomers, invented the calendar as well as the number 0. Back on the other side of the world, we have the Jiahu and Pieligang settlements in ancient China around 7000 BC, which sprouted into the majority of the Eastern cultures that we have today. Their notable achievements involve carving flutes from bones, which are believed to be the oldest playable instruments in history. And finally, if you're lucky enough to trace your DNA back to the majority of Africa, then you are among the descendants of the oldest original ancestral human groups, the real OGs. With such settlements as the Sand People, among others, can go back as far as 100,000 years ago. The first ever creators of art, dance, and celebratory ceremonies, we can credit them to pretty much the start of all of humanity as we see today. Okay, my results just came in, so let's see what we got. Okay, I got it open right here. Let's go. Okay, so here's the full breakdown right here. Have a look at it. It seems pretty accurate as far as I know. 82% Eastern European. Well, I'm of Polish descent, so it seems like they got that right. And 6% Scandinavian, so I guess I got a little bit of Viking blood in me. Worth noting that if you do have ancestry in parts of Europe like this, there's a decent chance you have a bit of the Roman Empire in your genes. But who knows, I might have just descended from a barbaric tribe. And you could find out exactly where your lineage comes from with MyHeritage testing kits. Get it now for their lowest price ever, and even free shipping with my code PhilsPixel and myheritage.com/TikTok to trace back your empire.